What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here, delarose.com. That's DELARROZ.com. You can go there, subscribe to my newsletter, get free comics, always get updated, and never miss a video. Very important stuff. So, we've got like a YouTube video within a YouTube video right now, which is a nice meta commentary, I guess. But there's important things afoot here. And this one has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with anything whatsoever. It just has to do with big tech's abuse of power. And this happens across the board. I was just looking at somebody's account on Twitter this morning who said, I was just suspended for 12 hours. No reason. I don't know why. I never even swear on Twitter. I have no idea what's going on. These companies are unbridled. They are monopolies. They have government funding. They have backing from major corporations, hedge funds, etc. And they're just pure, unbridled, unchecked power. They do not care about the consumer whatsoever because they don't even make their money off the consumer. They make their money off of these rounds of funding from investors, which are hundreds of millions of dollars every single time. So they never actually care about the end user. And an example today happened with PayPal with Gem Mint Collectibles. Gem Mint Collectibles is one of my favorite YouTube channels. I watch it because, as you can see in his background, he's a big omnibus collector like myself. He likes the big, trade formats, and he also does he does unboxings of like comic statues and things like that. Just a very chill channel that's just all about comic books. Never gets into anything political. He's just a very reasonable guy, nice guy. I've talked to him a bunch. I will disclose that he has promoted Flying Sparks over the last couple of weeks, which I very much appreciate. But yes, he's just a guy. I've watched his channel and have kind of become mild acquaintances with him over the last couple months and all that. So he was banned from PayPal. And I've done transactions with him before, and he's a good trader. He's a good seller. He trades and sells comic books and statues and things like that. And he's never scammed anybody. He's very public, so he would never be able to. And PayPal just closed down his account this morning. And you can watch his full video. I'll put this down in the description along with my other stuff. And they gave him no reason. They just said he was at risk, and they're closing down the account, and they don't want to do business with him anymore. And that's not right. When you have payment processors and these companies acting like banks, right? Like PayPal is holding your money. A lot of times they hold the money in your account, and you've got money in the account just like a bank. And they're treating everyday normal business owners, small business owners like Steven here, small consumers like Steven here, like they're just disposable. What's he supposed to do? How is he supposed to conduct business when, there's very few payment processors that are universally acceptable like this? PayPal has become a monopoly. They have too much power, and nobody is checking them. Steven has no recourse but to make a video about it and just tell everybody that PayPal did this to him for no reason. And it gets worse. They didn't just close down his account, but he had over $5,000 in the account, and they're saying they're holding it for the next 6 months. How does a business have a right to hold somebody else's money and just keep it for up to 6 months when it's his money? I mean, $5,000 is a big deal. I mean, as he says in his video, he needs that money to pay his mortgage, to feed his family. PayPal doesn't care about that $5,000. They don't care about anything. And he tried to talk to their customer service. Nothing. There's no way up the chain. There's nobody you can talk to. There's nothing you can do. I had a very similar problem myself. And what happened last week was I covered the protests in Nashville, and I actually live streamed it and all that and posted about it. And I also started talking about the COVID vaccine. And Facebook at that point started locking out my account, calling it suspicious behavior. Over and over, they would make me reset my password, and then I'd have to go in and answer questions, reset the password. I'd get back in, and then it would tell me, because I logged in with the new password, that it was a suspicious login, and I'd have to go through the process over and over again. This went on for nearly 48 hours. For a while there, I gave up, and it actually shut down and locked out my account completely. And again, I've got no recourse. I can't talk to anybody at Facebook about this. I'm just stuck. And I didn't do anything wrong. I was just using the account like a regular user, just like Steven uses his PayPal account like his usual user. And there's nothing we can do. These companies need to be stopped. Somebody needs to do something. This is literally why we have a government, to protect us from corporations like this abusing their power. It's upsetting. And all we can do is talk about it. All we can do is just amplify the signal of people like Steven. I hope you will subscribe to his channel. He's a great guy. And I like his content quite a bit. He's very comic centric. And I don't know how we can help him. I don't know how he's going to be able to recover from this. As a business owner, you know, not being able to use PayPal is just painful. I really feel for him right now. So definitely give him your support. Tell him you're there for him. Everything we can do. And that's about it. That's about all we can do. Hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. And also, we've got like 47 hours left on Flying Sparks. If you saw it on Gem Mint before, I definitely would appreciate you backing this. I'll leave this down in the description below. We hit $12,000 yesterday, which means everybody's getting free comics. I decided to give everybody all my #1 issues as free comics along with Flying Sparks once we hit 12,000, because this is more than just a book. This is a movement of creating indie comics, making monthly indie comics, actually competing with the mainstream industry, doing something different than everybody else is doing. We're comics first. We're comics centric, and we are making the best content out there. So Flying Sparks is still going. We got 2 days left. If you haven't backed it yet, you can get volume 1 on here. You can check it out on volume 1 digitally, very cheap. So this is 72 pages, full graphic novel for $10 digitally. Volume 4, if you need to catch up, here it is. If you got volume 2 or whatever and just need to add on a volume 3 or whatever, you can just add on the amount of either the digital amount for the digital or the paperback amount, which is 25. We make it easy on you. If you have any questions, if you want anything, we are customer service centric here, unlike these big tech companies. Basically, I'll do whatever you want because I just want you to be able to enjoy and read great comics. That's our entire goal here. All right. We will talk to you guys soon. See ya.